Sagittarius, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do your general read for September. If it's yours, you'll know. If it's not yours, you'll also know. So the Oracle wanted to do relationship first, tarot second. I just, they just tell me where to go, I drive. So 1, 2, 3, there was a good one. All right, so Sagittarius, here's what we got going on for you. Relationship-wise, read this like a scale. Central issue is the whip. So there is something that is kind of argumentative, and I lead the argumentative way because on this side you have the swords with the mice. So if something is bugging someone, they're not saying it, but it's something is really chapping the biscuits, and they're not really putting it out there. Over here you have the lion with the pig. The pig can be someone who's kind of complacent. Something could kind of come in and spank them a little bit that kind of wakes them up. Also, this can be somebody who might feel a little entitled to things, like, I'm into it now. But the challenge is the home card. So it's like, what is stable? What is kind of overall, the big picture? It doesn't have to be physical home or a dwelling that you're in, but kind of the stability overall, like a 10 of Pentacles vibe if you're thinking of a tarot card. Now, ultimately, you have the anchor. Stuff needs to get grounded. Things can feel a little not nailed down at the moment. Because if somebody is being bothered by somebody and they're not saying it, it's kind of like underlying stuff. I'm not saying it's like volcano time, but the bear. Somebody could be kind of protective overall, but it's with the tree, there could be more of a go with me on this, like they're more concerned about their health, their stuff, their boundaries in terms of their health, or what is healthy, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like diet and exercise, but it could be also mental health, etc. But it's like, no, here's the boundary that we're doing, and someone's trying to better themselves in some way. Because over here, the dog, I feel like this person's intentions are good, with the dog, but I almost feel like they not require, but they desire, because I don't know if this temperament of this person, it's not blind loyalty, but they just almost expect, like, you're on board. You're on board with what I want. You recognize this is important. I want what I want. And it's almost like the pushback of this person being like, I need a little bit of a line here. Of like, I need to do stuff that's important for me. But, I feel like they're willing, because this is like the Cupid card. It's blood, sweat, and tears. Maybe not so much in the tears, but there is like work that's required. I feel like they want to do this, whoever this may be. Remember I said you take it to the side that it's like kind of like a scale. You pick the one that works. But any kind of falseness, any kind of status quo thing, it's got to go for like authentic meeting in the middle. So remember, like I said, the scales. With the Lilies card though, this is like, I call it like the Wheel of Fortune card, but it's also kind of, what did I liken it to too? But the Lilies card, it is like the destiny, fate kind of thing. Like, this is kind of divine timing. It is going to come together. It's just a matter of everyone getting on the page. It requires a new beginning though. And I feel like it has to be crafted together and respecting each other's emotions. And the key's been coming out hard, and the key is the one that drives me nuts. It's like, oh, really? That's the key? That's the answer? Yeah. It feels like both sides need to be heard, need to be recognized. Because it's the moon. It's, not tarot moon. It's more like the moon is like a recognition, gaining some kind of, you're being seen, essentially. And then there's the motivation. It's like almost like once this starts happening, it all kind of like builds the motivation. It's like one good thing keeps the next thing going. but somebody is trying to really kind of be like, no, 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 I need to worry about me. I need to worry about this. This right here. Actually, give me something on the ship here. I know I'm going to... Yeah, it's like a new way of doing things. This is the tower. So it's like, it's Hierophanty, if anything. It's not like Tarot Tower. Yeah, so there is kind of like a desire to kind of reboot, redo things a different way. And I feel like someone else needs to get on board. They might not, I'm not saying they don't take it seriously at first, but there is like a, wait, this was working just fine for me, because you have the piggy, which is the complacency, and then it's like, it kind of dawns on this person that it's like, no, 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 this matters. Like, this is a thing. Like, we need to do the thing. And like I said, it's like once everyone is kind of on the same page and any kind of superficial stuff is stripped away, you can come to an authentic agreement and you can keep the train moving. So initially, I feel like it might be some button heads, but all the intentions are there that are good. So here we go. Now the tarot wants to talk. So Sagittarius, let's see. 1, 2, 3, that's 5, 4. There she is. Okay. So I'm gonna rock a 9 card here. All right. I just think it's funny when the cards back it up. But here we go. We have the 9 of Wands in the middle. Remember I said there was like boundaries? There's like a, you know, like a pullback a little bit, but not in a negative way. It's more of like, you know, I said you had the swords and the mice. There was something that was bugging you that you haven't quite articulated. And you know how that can kind of make you be like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to have to say the things that are going to be the things that are going to cause the problem. You know what I mean? It's almost like that kind of energy, because you have the 10 of Pentacles up here, which is the we got all the good stuff. We're fine. We're not going to do... But with the 2 of Pentacles, there is kind of like, well, there's kind of like an unrest. There's a little bit of a juggling. There's a little bit of like, we need to pick one thing and go with it. 6 of Wands reversed. There's like a lack of recognition. There's a lack of feeling like you're not winning necessarily, but you know when like, you know when you put a lot of work in something and then you don't get any feedback on it and it's kind of like in a black hole. It's like you want the feedback. You need something that kind of, it says like affirms, yes, this is what we're doing. King of Swords. He gonna tell you what you're doing. I feel like there's kind of not a line in the sand, but there's like a communication of like, this is what I need. So looking at 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Someone's like, well, we have everything wrong, you know, everything here. And this 5 of Swords is like that combative energy. Remember I said somebody's going to be like, well, it was fine. And it's like, no, 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 I'm not juggling anymore. I'm not doing this. It's like almost like somebody realizes like, oh, okay. Because the Knight of Swords reversed, it's like it's like not saying something, not doing something, not getting the recognition, not getting the validation, not feeling, I'm not saying you don't feel good, but you're just like, it would be nice if, so when you communicate that, it would be nice if someone's like, what, I don't do enough. And then that leads you to be like, don't make me say the thing. Don't make me say the thing. But the Knight of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles reversed, is like, well, we're not going to grow. Or like, it's not that we're not going to grow. I just feel like there's like an inadequacy. It's like, you never tell me I'm pretty. But there, like I said, there is somebody, it's not necessarily a wake-up call, but it's like oh. And it doesn't have to be gender, but it's almost like this King of Pentacles reverse realizes like, I did do that, didn't I? Or I didn't do that, didn't I? So with this 2 of Pentacles, I feel like there's an awareness that comes with it because the moon reversed. There is kind of like a, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And then the King of Swords is like, well, let's do something about it. And then it's like, okay. You know, if you can get over that hurdle and over that feeling of like, I'm going to say the thing. I'm going to say the thing. That's going to be the thing. Because, like, you know when you realize how much you keep your mouth shut? And you're like, you don't want me to say the thing. So King of Swords, how are we doing this? Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Star. All right? I feel like there might be a level of not fully being able to articulate yet. Because you know when... You know that scene in The Notebook where Ryan Gosling's yelling at... I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. But he's like, what do you want? And she's like, I don't know. It's like when someone finally asks you what you want, you're like, oh crap, I gotta actually like articulate this. So there might be a little bit of a gap between you're like, what do you want? I don't know. But the intentions are good. The Ace of Cups is there. It's like, okay, well, let's nurture this. Then we have the Seven of Wands. So if you've been in this, I'm gonna say the thing energy, you kind of have to ramp down a little bit. Because it's like, what are we not giving our time and energy to anymore? You know, what it's like with the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Sun reversed, and the Hanged Man reversed. It's almost like you had the clarity, you were able to kind of open up again. But with the Sun reversed, it's like the opportunities aren't there yet. Like there's a gap to fill. And the Hanged Man is asking you to like, okay, well, you have this perspective now. We need to apply it. So you might be in the phase of like saying like, I need something, but I can't really tell you exactly what it is at the moment. But with the Star, it's possible. And someone's willing to work with you, but you're still a little like, yeah, you know, because... Yeah, I mean, you might have not advertised that you felt a particular way, but it's like, you're done with it. I mean, I feel like you want to be done with it. You don't want to hold any resentment. The Five of Cups has not shown up yet, but like, you don't want to hold any of this, but it's like, if you've been at an impasse, and I am phrasing this as if this is you, but it can be the other way flipped. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if someone's ready. Or they're just like, you know, poking their head out like, is it safe to say the thing? Because I don't want to... You might have to figure out how you're going to repackage saying the thing, because this other person is like actually open now, and you're like, oh, okay, so it's not going to be a tussle. Yes, so the Two of Cups. It's like Eight of Wands. I feel like you get your breath. You are able to say what you want, even if it is just saying like, I would like to... And this sounds so trite, but it's like, yes, I would like to watch this movie. Yes, I would like to go to Applebee's. You know, like, express the baby stuff before you get to, I need to be recognized more as a person. Am I, you know, like, you can build. You don't need to hit it with the hard stuff right first. Yes, Knight of Pentacles. So it is, I feel like there is a safety of being able to come out. Somebody is willing to meet you halfway authentically. The opportunities are not going to be popping out gangbusters initially, because some action needs to be taken. You might feel a little shook and been like, wait, I have to actually say what I want? Well, I never thought about exactly what I wanted. But like I said, baby steps. You know, I want soup for dinner tonight. Like, you don't have to go right for the core of it. Because right now with the Chariot reverse, things aren't moving the way you want them to. All for kind of like keeping things chill. But you're at a point of like, I'm going to say the thing. I'm going to say the thing. So you need to kind of ramp down from that. And it will be safe to kind of express what you really want, even if the opportunities aren't popping right off the bat. So you have the birds. And this is just straight up Lenormand. This isn't the Oracle. So we only do one at a time for these. Even if I can see a story in multiples. Just give me one, guys. Just one. Thank you. The book. And then we have the children. This is nice. Super nice. So you have the birds. That's confusion, chatter, static, that kind of thing. One bird is nice. A bunch of birds, you wind up in a Hitchcock movie. You know what I mean? There's just like, there might be just kind of distractions at the moment, but the book is knowledge. It's learning. It's, you know, in an essence, secrets. So if, like I said, you are kind of having something that's an undercurrent that's bothering you, that's just kind of static and chatter, you get a new beginning with this children. There's also an element of innocence with the children that kind of, I hate to say de-escalates, but it's not combative. It's like a very, like, you know, trusting, like, here we go. You know, like, it's a nice clean start is, I guess, the way to put it. Like, you're not bringing the baggage. You know, you're not like, you know what, I'm going to bring the steamer trunk with me as we enter into this new thing. It's like a clean slate. You're not bringing junk with you. So, closing it out with an oracle card, we have the Tiger, which is fire. Very fitting for you, Sag. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. It even rhymes. Like, you can't beat that. Okay, so Sag, you know, I feel like kind of start doing a vision board, whatever it may be, to kind of get clarity on what you want. Because when someone asks you, you don't have to be combative, because I feel like it's a safe space to actually kind of get somewhere or feel like you're moving along in your progress with something else. So, all right, Sag, that's what I have, and I'll talk to you later.